And I don't care how much it cost. You're Amazon. You have all the money. You have it all. You physically have it all. What do you want to use it for? Jeff? Why would you do that? Why would you cancel the Wheel of Time? Are you an idiot? Are you dumb? Are you a dumb McDumbface? Insert picture of every episode's rating here. Me and all the girlies hate you. We hate you. Whoever decided to cancel the show, I hate you. Oh, it's not like Amazon doesn't have every single dollar on earth at its disposal. Oh my god. And shut up to anyone who read the books and was like, oh, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't a perfect remake of the exact books. I'm like, no, duh. Do we need to sit through the slog in the show? I don't think everything can be exact. But guess what? I'm going to find out. My husband has read the entirety. Look at this. Did you see the thumbnail? That wasn't even half of the books. I couldn't hold them all. And from what my husband has said, this show, The Wheel of Time, let's back it up. I'm so angry right now. Let's back it up. The Wheel of Time takes you to a fantasy land where reincarnation is essential plot point to how the fabric of society is made up. And lo and behold, the chosen one is reincarnated. Magic ladies try to find who the little magic person is, the savior, because the magic in this world was corrupted long ago by the dark ones and the dark friends and the darkness versus the light. Classic fantasy, literally the classic fantasy. This is the classic fantasy that's not Lord of the Rings, okay? And Amazon's gonna F that one up too. Just you wait and see. Tell me this. We knew going into this there was a lot of source material, right? You can't go to here, okay, and then say, oh, that's fine, we're done. There's like 17 more books, brother. What are you doing? F this. I'm not even gonna be succinct. I'm not even gonna be clearly pointed. I just need to rant about this because I'm not even the one who walked into this show being the fan. That was Greg. That's my husband. He loves the Wheel of Time books. He enjoyed them very much. He has been so excited for this show forever. It is, he's enjoyed the show as an avid fan of the books. And now he's crushed. And I'm crushed too. Because, hey, it was good TV. Post that picture again. It was good TV. I really don't understand. The first season was okay. It was good. It was a solid base foundation of the fantasy world. Maybe I cannot pronounce most things in the show, but they did, and they tried to explain the general world building. And that's hard. I'm pretty sure in these books, you're probably still getting world building up to freaking here. I'm gonna find out, but that's what I suppose. And, there were separations from the book, the original choices. Some things were different, and Reddit has been posting me the r/WOT or whatever, and I've been getting little snippets of their community. And I don't try to read it because I don't want any spoilers for the books, but I see some people like, well, this is the mistake they made in the show. I don't know. Have you ever had any sort of book to movie or book to show? Have you ever watched a play even, based on a freaking book before in your life? It's not going to be perfect, brother. I was also disappointed when Katniss didn't have the goat scene in freaking Hunger Games when I was fucking 12. Okay? But guess what? That's not really how movies and TV shows function. And as a just TV show watcher so far, I was very invested. I was very invested. So, the first season, it was I was like, okay, I can watch this with my boyfriend. I can watch this show for him. The second season, I was wanting to watch the show on my own. If he suddenly stopped watching the show, I would continue to watch the show. It was good TV. The finale was a banger. And every episode left me wanting more and being on the edge of my seat. And coming up to the third season, I was so invested, I started bringing my friend over to watch the show with me together. And it was a whole event in my house to watch the new episode every weekend. And to have them no less cancel the show after we spent every weekend hey, coming over to watch The Wheel of Time tonight? Yes, girl, okay. And we came over and the girlies were invested. The girls were invested in this fucking show. And I don't care if, there's more sex in the show than there was in the novels or whatever. I don't give a F, brother. Shut the F up. Game of Thrones had sex too. Shut the F up. But guess what? Game of Thrones got to spiral and fail on its own. They got to wrap the story up. There wasn't even an ending to the books and they still finished the fucking plot. We have an ending. And from what I've heard, it's a beloved ending. But I'll never get to see it on the silver screen, because who knows? Look, the best case scenario is that Netflix picks it up somehow, or whatever, or Disney, who the F knows? I don't know. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that is going to happen. What happened to when you canceled a show in the past? Okay, back when the TV days, it was at least given a season to roughly patch everything up, spool it all up, soak it all up, finish it all up, tie it all up. They had a season to finish it all up. Maybe not as many episodes as a normal season. Maybe it was something that they got to negotiate for. And then from those shows, they exist. They're DVDs. They're out there. Maybe they weren't as what they wanted to be in the original, showrunners' ideas, but they were finished in some freaking way. And guess what? You have after that cult classics, continued following, investment in the franchise, investment in the fan culture. When there's a tie-in, when there's an ending, when there's a freaking succinct story. And from all these stupid cancellations on streaming services, all you have are piles of dead shows that have no plot ending, that are not, at that point, are going to be of a culture, a following, a cult classic, if you will. It's just not going to exist anymore in the way that we used to understand it, because you left a show that was very much enjoyed. If the freaking third season was jaw on the floor, we had friends over to discuss it in my own home post show, because it was that incredible. Okay. You have the next Game of Thrones in your palms, and you just stopped. And not only did you just stop, and I don't care how much it cost, you're Amazon, you have all the money, you have it all. You physically have it all. What do you want to use it for? Jeff? I'm pissed. The third season was so freaking good. The thought of canceling it was impossible to me, because it was such good TV. And I'm not even a TV person that much. I don't usually sit down on a Saturday night and like want to watch TV that much. And that made me want to watch TV. I was just blown away. The acting was phenomenal. The story was phenomenal. The fight scenes were phenomenal. And they were just getting progressively better and better and better and better. And then the finale of the third season just left me wanting more. Why would that be? Could it be that it was that we left our heroes in peril? That they didn't have that big win that you want in a hero story at the end of the third season? They were left a little crumpled. Perhaps they were left a little ajar. Perhaps there was a spoiler, huge character death that left us all wanting revenge, that left us all wanting the win next season. They were gonna have to come back hard. They learned they got somewhere, but it wasn't enough. They still need to get stronger for our characters to overpower the evil forces. And now this show is left on what I would say is a cliffhanger, because our heroes are down. If they had ended it at the second season, I wouldn't have cared as much. I truly would not have cared. The end of the second season was a big hurrah. A fight had been won. A battle, the war was not even close to being over, but the battle had been won that day. The battle was lost in the third season. Not extremely poorly, not necessarily a loss, even you could say, technically, but it was a crumble, a low, a valley of an ending. And I just wanted to see them climb back up the mountain. Okay? But that won't happen. I want to finish the whole... You knew what you were getting into, brother. You knew what you were getting into. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear that it was too expensive. It's like I would say higher fantasy than Game of Thrones. Yeah, I didn't have the dragons to CGI, but you had more intimate magic systems than Game of Thrones ever had, really. Definitely. And you knew what you were getting into. You knew it. You knew it. It's right there. It's long. So shut up and just do the fucking show. If you're gonna do the show, do the show. If you're gonna make this into a show, do it fully. Finish it up. At least come to a conclusion. Are you stupid? Why are you so stupid? Why do you have all the money if you're this stupid? Oh my god. And I can't even recommend the show to anybody now because it doesn't make any sense. The ending isn't it's not good. It's not good. It is just left on a valley and it's sad. And it's like you are left wanting so much more. You need the climb back up the hill. If you're going to close the show early, close it at a high point. Why would you leave it in the sunken valley? After banger of episode after episode was so good. It was so good that I had my friend over to talk about it. That's the first time I've done that since post-COVID. You're bringing people back together. Why would you cancel this show? You're an idiot. You knew what you were getting into and you failed. And you suck. You just suck, bro. Why would you waste our time? You knew what you were getting into. This is a whole shelf of books. I can't hold all of them in my arms. You knew what you were getting into. Why? If you didn't think, and it's not unbeloved of a show. God. Look at the screen again. Tell me. Shut up. Why would you do that? If this is what we're going to get, then streaming needs to die because it's just not good enough. Like, I just don't understand. If you have all the money anyway, and you have these ratings, why are you such a dumb fuck? Why are you so stupid that you would not continue the show? Can you give it to HBO? They know what to do. Oh my gosh, stupid. Amazon is so stupid. I'm saying what needs to be said. Now I'm gonna have to read all of these books, including the prequel, which I'm happy to do, but it's a lot. It's a lot, and it didn't have to be this way. Could have just sat down. You made my husband upset, and I hate you, Amazon. Why would you do this? Anyway, that's my rant of the day. But if I'm making a video about it, then it might hold me to actually reading the book. So I will try. And I will still have the same opinions. I do declare that the books are great. And of course, they're going to be better than the show. But the show was really good. Oh, jeez. Okay. Goodbye.